One thing that I'm so excited about is the way churches are coming together, the way the youth are being more involved, the way that youth are taking ownership and leadership in the church. Kids were knocking on my door all the time saying, when can we do something else? When can we go and invite people to Jesus? We see the eagerness, we see the longing of their hearts for more Jesus. And so what we're doing is trying to push them into more service, into more deeper relationship with each other and with Jesus, obviously. Here, we started bringing our kids to Molokai because there's something special spiritually that's going on here on Molokai. And so we've been restoring fish ponds and loving on people there. We've been working the lo'i. We've been learning from our kupuna, that's a big thing. Coming and hearing the voices on Molokai and seeing what they're passionate about and what God is stirring in their hearts. These restoration projects are actually like impacting tons of people in the community. People are driving by, what are you guys doing out here? What are all these kids doing? Oh, we're just serving Uncle. We're just building the fish wall. We're just building the rocks, stacking the rocks, learning how to do it the old traditional way. Guys are crying. I'm not even kidding. Guys drove by and they're crying. They're like, oh, blessed to see the keiki out here, just restoring what's been broken. And I think maybe if we're going to summarize what God is doing here in Molokai and all over Hawaii, it's restoring what's been broken for a long time. Genuinely, I think God is doing something new and amazing and creative with the youth right now. They came back home and what we saw was these kids were on fire for Jesus. And we're like, this isn't just some like camp high they're experiencing. These kids were fully changed. I'm getting calls as a youth pastor from parents being like, they're on the ground crying, apologizing for the ways that they've been disobedient children to us and they want to be better. And like, did you tell them? Like, no, we didn't talk about being good kids at all. We just talked about Jesus. And what's beautiful is historically it's been really tough to be a cultural practitioner in Hawaii and to be a Christian. And what we're seeing now is a revival of people who are finding balancing. No, I can worship Io, I can worship Yesu, I can worship Jesus. And the two things actually blend incredibly well. And we're seeing Jesus making movements in Hawaiian culture. We see Jesus making movements in the way that we're reading history about Hawaii and the healing that's happening. There's been revivals in Hawaii for so long. Some of the oldest churches are in Hawaii. We have churches here that made out of ancient stones that used to have congregations of 10,000 plus. Back when most denominations are barely getting on their feet, God was doing something here. Kupuna in these communities have been saying it for a long time. Church pastors, especially our Hawaiian churches, have been saying it for a long time. We've had prophets come in and say these kinds of things too, that there's a revival coming in Hawaii and it's starting with the next generation.